this is Betty coming from my kitchen here in New York, straight from New York. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make pasteles, which derive from Puerto Rico, but I'm making it the New Yorican way. And I just want to show you what the ingredients are, and after the ingredients I'll be showing you how to make everything and how to package them. Okay, we're going to start off with what's called pork shoulder, which in Spanish is called a pernil. I am holding right now, it's 8.5 pounds. They vary. You can make it, this would be like a small, medium-sized pork shoulder, but if the more you make, the bigger it is, the more you're able to get out of making pasteles. So the pork shoulder, main ingredient. Then we have here what's called guineos. In Spanish is what is called green bananas. And then we have here what's called ñame, which is a vegetable that's grown, and it's a yam. Right here we have what's called coco malanga, which is also another type of yam, which is also considered a vegetable. And over here we have jautía, which is another type of yam, again another type of vegetable.
Where does that grow?
They grow in Puerto Rico, and they're grown underground, just like potatoes. Then we have here what's called green plantains, which in Spanish is called plátanos. Then we're also going to be needing potatoes. I have 2 potatoes here because a lot of potatoes is not required. We're going to need onions, which is going to be for the meat. We need ground black pepper, which is also going to be for the meat. We need parsley, which is also going to be for the meat, a spice for the meat. We need some bay leaves to give it that oomph into the meat as well. We need sazon goya, which is with culantro and achote. We need a tomato sauce. We need chickpeas, which we call garbanzo beans. We need homemade sofrito, which I made fresh.
What the hell is in it?
As part of the ingredients of the sofrito, it has green peppers, red peppers, onions, garlic, and it has recao. Recao is like a Spanish leaf that they put in there.
It grows where?
That grows in Puerto Rico, and it grows underground. We have here garlic. We have adobo, and you could put it with or without pepper. We need salt. I put coconut milk, a whole can of coconut milk. And then we have the carnation milk over here. And then we have here what's called achote, which now the oil, you can already find the oil already made. Some people make it traditionally with buying what's called the little achote. They're like little beans, and you cook them, you pour oil on them, and it just turns really, really red, which is used to make what's called the masa, which the masa is the mixture of all of the yams together. Okay, so these are all the main ingredients. And then to make the pasteles, you're gonna need paper.
What kind of paper is that?
This is, it's kind of like, it's not wax paper, but it's called pastel paper. They sell them in the Spanish supermarkets. Then you're also gonna need this type of string that they also sell in Spanish markets, made specifically for pasteles. And these people are all of the main ingredients that's necessary in order to make the masa, and in order to make the meat to put together with the masa. And as we go along through this process, I'll show you how to do everything and how to wrap everything as well, okay? Hi, I'm back, and I just want to start by saying that, you know, pasteles, that we do it traditionally every year. It started in Puerto Rico, and as a tradition, normally for Christmases, for New Year's, and for Three Kings Day, and Thanksgiving as well. Those are like the 4 holidays that we normally make the pasteles. I only make it like once a year because it's really a lot of work, and I'm doing it by myself. If you have more than one person helping you, then all the better. But with that being said, I went on ahead and I peeled the green bananas. I peeled all of the yams, and you have to submerge it in water with salt. You leave it soaking in water with salt. Now this over here is called the grater. This is what we use to grate the green bananas and all of the yams. And you're gonna use this side, which has all of the little holes on them. This is the side that you're gonna grate it because you want the consistency to come out nice and thick. Okay, so that's that with the grater. And then I would like to show you, although, how to start peeling, because it's a little process, it's a little trick to peeling the green bananas. Again, this is the green banana, not to be confused with the green plantain. The green plantain is a lot larger and a lot thicker. Look at the difference. They may look the same, but they're actually not. So we're gonna start off with the green banana. With the green banana, you're gonna cut the edges, cut them off, and then you're gonna like slice it, sort of like make an incision. Not too deep, but just a small little incision.
Deep enough to peel it?
Yes, deep enough to be able to peel it. One slice there, and one slice here in the middle. And then you're going to grab the knife, and you're gonna sort of like push it away from you. And then the rest I do with my fingers. You're gonna sort of like peel it, sort of like a banana, but it's a little more difficult than that. And this is how you want it. See, this is the reason why you can't cut deep into it, because then you'll be cutting into the banana. So you wanna just go ahead and peel it off. And there you go, you did one side.
You don't need no green stuff.
And now we're gonna do the other side. Okay, now you may find sometimes that not everybody's gonna do this perfect, but then what you do is when you see some of these green things over here, you're gonna sort of like peel it off. Scrape it off. There you go. That's how you peel it. Then you just submerge it in the water with salt. Let it marinate in there, and now we're gonna do a green banana. A green banana, a plantain, excuse me, a plantain. The plantain is the same way. You just cut off the edges. You're gonna slice in the middle. Again, not too deep, just enough to be able to peel it off. In one corner and in the other. Some people may find cutting it one time here, one time in the middle, and another time, but I just do it twice. Then you're gonna do the same thing, sort of like peel it out to the corner. You're gonna grab your fingers and you are gonna peel it like a banana again. This one might be a little bit more difficult because it's thicker. Now I must give you a bit of a warning. These green bananas, they have some sort of a substance, a sticky substance that stains your fingers. And since I've peeled a whole bunch of yams and green bananas, this is the result. It turned brown. Your finger turned brown. But it can be cleaned off. It'll take a little bit of time. You just have to find the right products to take it. Okay, we're just gonna sort of rinse this.
That goes back in there.
And put it back in the pan over here to submerge in water and salt. Okay, now one thing that I didn't mention before earlier was some of the ingredients that, you know, a lot of the Hispanics put into their pasteles. And that would be pumpkin, which I omitted only because I don't put pumpkin in mine. And also a pumpkin, and I believe that's it, just pumpkin. I did though replace it with cocoa milk, which gives it a nice consistency, which is the reason why I added the coconut milk. The other thing that I omitted as part of the ingredients are the olives with the red peppers on the inside, but that's for the meat. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the meat. So I had I went on ahead and cleaned the pork shoulder, and I took some of the fat out, and this is how it looks. Beautiful, it's very beautiful. And this is this side. Now we want to take out the skin, the skin part over here. And although a lot of people don't use the skin, I like to use the skin as part of the pasteles. I cut some of it up and put it into the stew, because what we're gonna do with the pernil, which is the pork shoulder, we're gonna cut it into small pieces and we're gonna make it into the form of a stew. And with that stew is what we're gonna put on what's called the masa, which is the mixture of all of the yams, with the green bananas and the plantains and the potatoes. Okay, so we're just gonna cut this off, and then we're gonna cut this pork shoulder into small little pieces. And when I say small little pieces, I mean small little pieces like such. Right here, I already cut a couple of them just for you to sample. And as I said, this is pretty tedious work, but in the end, it comes out delicious. It'll be all worth it, trust me. So if you could get the more people to help you, the faster you could get out of the kitchen, and the faster you're able to enjoy these wonderful and delicious pasteles. Now, this was a tradition passed down to me by my grandmother and my mother, but unfortunately my grandmother passed away, and luckily I had many years of practicing with her, and although it'll never come out the way my grandmother makes them, but I think I'm pretty close to the way that she makes them. And believe me, my grandmother can cook. My grandmother is a very good cook. So we're just about finished. Like I said, we're not gonna throw the skin away, because as you can see, look, there's still some meat that you can grab from here and take out and use towards the stew. Okay. All right, so we're at the end. That's it. The skin is off. And as you can see, there's still some little pieces here that you can take out and use. The little bits and pieces that I can use, I'll take out. And then all of this fat is gonna come off. I'm gonna take off some of this fat, and I'm gonna use the skin. I can use the skin along with the stew. Not all the skin, but some of the skin. And make sure that you have a sharp knife. If you don't have a sharp knife, you need to get it sharpened, because this is gonna take a while.
A lot of cutting.
Yes, it's a lot of cutting. It's a lot of dicing, chopping. Okay, people, so here you go. And we'll be back with the grating of the green bananas and the yams. Okay. Hi, welcome back. And I'm here with the grater. As I told you that I was going to show you, we're going to use this end of the grater, which has all the small little holes. See, it has different ones. This one's for slicing. This one's for smaller, like thin little slices. And this one's also to grate, but not as fine. And this is also for like slicing cheese or whatnot. Right, we're gonna be using this end, and I'm gonna start grating. We ran out of the green bananas because we just kept on working until we couldn't anymore, and I saved this, which is the same concept. So you're just gonna go in an up and down motion. Now, most people would ask, well, why are you using this when technology has advanced and we could just buy the machine? Well, we only do this once a year, so I don't think that it's really necessary, and this is the old school way of doing it. But as since I work and I really don't have time to do this, I just only get to do it like maybe once a year. Maybe next year, if I do it a little more, I'll, you know, make that an investment in buying the industrialized one, which is a big machine to begin with anyway. And with this little kitchen that I have, there's not much storage, so I would have to find some storage. But anyway, this is what you gotta do. You gotta put a lot of puppy power. And as a result of doing this, you're gonna get this over here. This is called the masa. See, this is the masa. This is everything mixed together, which is the yams, the sweet bananas, the plantains, the potatoes, all the ingredients that I mentioned to you earlier. And right here, we have the meat. It's all cut up and it's ready to be seasoned, in which I will show you in a few minutes. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna go back to here and we're gonna finish this off. You wanna cut that? Hi, now I am here to show you what ingredients to put into the meat. As you can see, I cut them down into tiny little pieces as I was supposed to. It took me forever to do, but that pork shoulder actually gave me a lot of meat. Okay, so I already pre-cut some onions. I'm gonna put a whole onion in there. I like to clean up after my messes. We're gonna put my homemade sofrito in there. We're gonna put about 4 tablespoons. And again, in the ingredients in here is cilantro, green peppers, red peppers, onions, garlic, raw garlic, and I put some sazon, olive oil, and just a dash of parsley. Okay, so we're done with that. We're gonna put some ground pepper, not too much.
Where can we find the sofrito at?
I just, you make, this is homemade. You can get this in the supermarket. You get the ingredients in the supermarket. In mostly any Spanish supermarket or like in the Chinese markets. We're gonna put like a tablespoon of ground pepper. We're going to put like 3/4 of this can of garbanzo beans. Including the liquid that it comes in. We're gonna put some parsley flakes. We're gonna put like a tablespoon. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna put some vinegar. Just a little bit of vinegar, not too much. Just a little drop like that. That's like maybe 2 capfuls. I'm gonna put a little bit of le choy soy sauce. Just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna put some cayenne pepper. We're just gonna put just a little bit because this can make it very spicy. So I would say like maybe not even a tablespoon, like 1/4 of a tablespoon. Or you can do it to your taste and to your desire. Okay, we're gonna put tomato sauce. I will put like 3/4 of a can. We're gonna put adobo. You're gonna put enough for it to be very well seasoned. As you can see, I'm going off here, but it's gonna, once it cooks, it's gonna, you know, come to the right consistency, to the right flavor. We're gonna put some bay leaves. We're gonna put 3 bay leaves. Well, they're kind of small, so let's see. We're gonna put, that's 2 bay leaves, 3 bay leaves, and they're small bay leaves. The bay leaves also gives it flavor. And we're just gonna put a tiny bit of salt because we already put some adobo. Okay. And now we're gonna put the flame, not too high. We're gonna put it on medium flame. And we're gonna stir everything up in here. I'm gonna stir everything up in here, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of water. Okay, and we still have left the sazon packets. I give it 3 with this amount of meat that's in here. Also going to give it a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. I'm gonna give it like a cup of water. Half a cup of water. And we're just gonna let this all simmer for about 45 minutes. Anywhere from 40, as you put it in the pasteles, it's gonna cook again because you have to boil it for about an hour in the pasteles. So it has to cook for 45 minutes to no more than an hour, I would say. But I would go with 45 minutes. And we're just gonna put the cover on and let it cook and simmer for, like I said, the 45 minutes. We'll check back on it in about 20 to 25 minutes. So tune back in with me. Wrap it in pastele paper. So again, just get this consistency nice and yellowish. I'm probably gonna have to add a little bit more, but it should be this yellow. It should be this yellow. Thanks for tuning in, people, and again, okay friends, so I'm back and I just wanted to show you how the meat came out. See the consistency and the color. It's nice and thick. And it tastes delicious. I already tasted it. Tastes just how I would like for it to taste. And then here's the consistency of the masa. It's nice and yellow. And look at the time, people. I am still up. And now I have to wrap all of this up. Take me about another hour and a half or 2. So I guess I'm gonna be up all night doing this. Alright, so that's a wrap for this for now, up until I show you how to make the wrap up the pasteles, okay? Hey friends, I'm back to show you the last step of this process of making pasteles. As you can see, we have the paper right here. I have it ready. There's some underneath so that I can just go on to the next one. This is the masa, and one of the last steps to the masa was to add salt, a nice generous amount of salt to give it some taste. This is the achotina, the oil that we're gonna put on the paper over here to give it more color. And this is the final look on the meat, the stewed meat. looking good and it tastes terrific. And this is the string that we're gonna use to tie the pasteles with. And of course, you're gonna need some scissors to cut the pastele string with. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the end of the string and go from one end to the other end. And that's about the length that we're gonna be using to wrap up the pasteles. So let me just cut. And the trick to this is that we're going to put the two ends even, as you see, and then we're gonna grab this end and we're gonna put it like so. No, I'm sorry, first step is we need a spoon. We're gonna put some of this on. Sorry, I went a little ahead, but that is how you're gonna string the pasteles. We're gonna add some of this onto here just to make it a little yellow, not too much.
Just so the meat won't stick.
That's so that the meat won't stick onto the paper. Not just the meat, the whole pastele, the masa, won't stick onto the paper. And we're gonna do it in a round shape.
Circular.
Round circular shape, because we're gonna put a heaping spoon about this size of the masa. Don't overload it. And we're just gonna put it on here like so. And we're gonna go in circular motion. Yeah, it needs a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And we're gonna take the spoon, sort of round it off. Nice circular motion, and then we're gonna make like a little groove here in the middle, and we're gonna add a little bit of the achotina oil as well, just a little bit, not too much, a little dab. Remember, we gotta make a little indentation there, and then that's where we're gonna put maybe a nice generous amount of the meat. And we're gonna try to find an olive. By the way, I didn't mention before, but you can put olives in here. It gives it a much better taste. And a little chickpea. You want to try to put a little bit of everything on here so it'll get the full effect of a real pastele. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the paper, and first what you're gonna do is you're gonna get it in the middle and kind of closest to the edge of the paper, so that when you're gonna grab the paper here on both edges and you're gonna fold it like so, a little bit forward, and you're gonna fold it from here and fold it from that edge. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back and fold it again as close as possible, and then on this edge you're gonna close it off once like so. You're gonna fold it from the edge right here, like less than a quarter of an inch, not once, but you're gonna do that twice. And what that does is it preserves from water getting inside the pastele to make it soggy. So that's what you're gonna do, like that. And then you're gonna take this, you're gonna flip it over, and then from here try to straighten it out, even it out there, and you're just gonna fold it like so. And the same thing over here, like so. And then what you're gonna do is you come this way and you're gonna sort of like go like this, because the masa's there and you don't want it to come out. And you're gonna fold it from the edge here once, and then you're gonna fold it from the edge over here as well. And again, you're gonna push this forward, and then You're gonna sort of fold it here at the edge. You're gonna fold it towards where the end of the masa is. Same thing on this side. You're gonna fold it towards where the end of the masa is, which is right there. Then you're gonna come down like this. You're gonna twist it over. Then you're gonna take that piece of string that we chopped off, and like I had said, you put the two ends together straight. Then you're gonna go like this. You're gonna have it like open like so. You're gonna take the pastele. You're gonna go like this, put it over there. Then you're gonna grab these two ends and bring it through the loop like so. Then you turn it over, making sure that these ends, making sure that this end is in there. There we go. And then you grab these ends and you're gonna tie it up over here. I just barely made it, so you might wanna cut it just a teeny weeny bit longer. And that is how you tie it, like so.
Okay.
And then the final product. Hi, when you're finished wrapping up the pasteles, you want to put water to a boil, and you're going to put a little bit of oil, and you're going to put a generous amount of salt so that you can give the masa some extra flavor. And what I showed you how to wrap one, but I normally wrap two of them together, and that's called in Spanish a junta, which means two of them together, so that when we boil it, the both of them boil together.
Deuces.
Right, deuces. So I only showed you how to do one, and now this is the end product.
Finish.
And I am opening it up. See how easy it is to open up. And you open it up from this edge, and this is how it looks. Oh, sometimes it sticks. There it goes. That's the patty right there. And I had tasted it. I made a few already and ate a few already, and it's delicious. Thank you for joining us. And I hope you join in the next time. Oh, by the way, before I go, if you have a lot of leftover masa, you can also use that to make acapurias, and that'll be my next video, how to make acapurias, okay? Thank you for joining, and have a good day.